Welcome back to the Achilles channel, everyone. Today I wanted to talk about the financial reform and really what this government and the banking industry has done to the American people. And the financial reform bill, they say, has legs. It's gonna pass with Republican help. I live in Maine, and I'm not sure which one of these Republicans are going to vote for, Susan Collins or Olympia Snowe. Probably both of them. Who knows? These two are not conservative in any way, shape, or form. They're part of this progressive movement is what they are. And they're running around masquerading as Republicans and conservatives, and they're so far from it, it isn't even funny. I don't even pay attention to them anymore because I know that they're going to vote for everything Obama wants, so it really makes no difference. Maine is a very liberal state. These people, this government, along with the banking industry, has absolutely destroyed this country, and they've done it by design. The bankers are getting richer, and the people are getting poorer, and the government is gaining more power over the people. And this is all by design. Especially in real estate and home ownership and property ownership, this government does not want individuals to own property, and it's the bottom line. And that's why they allowed this all to be created, to destroy the economy and to get people out of their homes and off their property. Foreclosures are going up. Barack Obama is. They say the Republicans are screaming that Barack Obama is trying to help all these people stay in their homes, but if you notice, all of these things are failing, and they're designed to fail, because they truly want these people out of their homes. They want disenchantment. They want discontent with the current system, so that people will go along with these new financial reform things. Just get everybody's financial situation, their property, and everything on the line, on the hook, and they'll go along with anything, because they're about to lose everything that they have. And that's the bottom line. They're destroying businesses, they're destroying jobs, and they're destroying home ownership. And they're destroying property ownership for individuals in this country. And Republicans and Democrats are going along with it together. And they've created a divide. They've created a division within the people along class warfare. You've got Republicans screaming every day, those deadbeats, those damn deadbeats. Why? Do you believe that those deadbeats that caused the initial crisis are still in their homes? Because they're not. Millions of people have lost their homes, and those were the initial people who caused the collapse by taking loans that they couldn't afford. The people who are losing their homes now are people who have lost their small businesses, people who have lost their jobs due to the economic crisis that was created. That's what's happening right now, right this very moment. But we're still yelling at each other. Republicans are screaming it's deadbeats in the homes. The government's screaming it's the banks. But the reality is it's government created the policies that brought us here. And the banks went along with it because they're going to gain it financially. They got bailed out. They should have died, but they didn't. They got bailed out. The American people did not get bailed out. The American people now owe more on their homes than their homes are worth. Those prices were manipulated up. You understand that? And why are the banks getting bailed out but the homeowners are not? Why isn't the government saying, okay, we just bailed you out. Now what we want you to do is take those manufactured prices and bring them down. The market went down. We want the value of those homes to match the evaluation today, what they're worth today. If you bought a home for $250,000 and it's only worth $100-something thousand, those banks should be forced to renegotiate because they drove the prices up because of the policies that the government put in place, which allowed all that to happen by design to create the reformation for this financial reform, which I might add, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are not even involved in it. How could a Republican vote for a financial reform that the two banks at the root cause of this are not even involved in it? They're not even going to fall under any of these guidelines in new regulations, Fannie and Freddie. The two that caused it. That's how you know that this is a scam. This is a scheme to fleece the American people, and they're doing it. And everybody on the Republican side and on the Democratic side are allowing it to happen by playing class warfare here. This is not about class warfare. This is about a scheme that is succeeding. And the scheme is to fleece the American people. Nobody on the right, on the Republican side, will even say that the banks should renegotiate these loans. They don't believe it. They say, oh, well, that person should have known. That person should have known that there was a grand scheme going on to inflate prices, to destroy the economy, so everybody should have known that? I don't agree with that at all. When Greenspan and everybody was out there saying, hey, look at these wonderful programs that we have to refinance your home, to take a loan, equity loans, and low interest rates. They pushed people there. People took advantage of it. No one knew this was a scheme to fleece the people. And you blaming the people is allowing this scheme to succeed. They're succeeding. People losing their homes. The banks are not restructuring these loans for these people. They're dragging them out for years. Dragging them out for years. A year and a half. I consider that years. Until someone makes a mistake and then they jump on them and foreclose. Or until someone gets frustrated with it. And that's what's happening in this country right now. And the Republicans, you know, I have a lot of Republican friends who blame the people who took the loans instead of blaming the people who designed the scheme that is succeeding. I think we need to take a closer look. What needed to happen was these banks needed to fail. These banks needed to go into foreclosure. Their assets broken up and sold to new banks that are formed knowing the rules, knowing that they can fail. No more promises from the government that you're too big to fail and we'll save you. Do whatever you want and we'll save you. No. No more of that. The people need to be helped now. The people. And I feel like the communists saying the people like that. But it's true. The people have been fleeced by the government, by the banks. It's time to look at that. God bless America.